Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bot Signal. My name is RJ Redden, as you may know. If you don't know me, then this is who I am and what I do. Entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole or they're a carbon copy of everybody else and they can't get engagement online to save their lives. So, I create epic chatbot experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, I am on a mission to get 1 million people to change their marketing. Today, let's start with you. So, my friends, my friends, there is something that I do as a chatbot builder that I think that not a lot of people, not a lot of builders do. And so I want to, and I think that it's something that helps in general in marketing us to all stand out. Because here it is with the advent of digital, with the advent of, suddenly every single person you know can broadcast a message. All it takes is a couple of hits of a button. It used to take a lot more than that. Anyway, everybody can broadcast at the touch of a button. And so what that creates is a large field of people who are fighting to be heard. Because people have blinders on. People, and it's out of self-defense. It's not because our marketing's bad. It's just because they see so much marketing day after day after day after day that it's almost impossible to, live your life, filter all that stuff out. So, how do you stand out in a sea of marketers? One of the things that I think is the very most powerful thing that we can do in our marketing is to give people the power of choice. Here it is. Why is it that when I get on someone's list and they want to market to me, then I'm kind of forced to hear a lecture, really? It's either come on my web, get to this webinar, it's read this email, it's all of this stuff that's in front of me that I have a choice. I have a choice whether I want to engage in that or not. That's a choice. But once I've made the choice to engage, I don't really get to ask questions, take a different path. I don't really get to, it's one size fits all. That email is written for everybody, either on that person's list, or that email is written, one size fits all for maybe a segment of the list. But what if I had a choice on how to consume these things? What if I could ask a question in the middle of all of that just to get down to a decision of, do I need to keep engaging with this or not? Imagine this. You're consuming somebody's marketing, you're doing all of that kind of stuff. And you can there's one question that you need answered. And that answer would give you, what do I need to engage further or not? You could ask that question, get that answer, and no. And become more invested or become much less invested because it's not for you. Have you ever, and I have, because I buy software and stuff, right? And so I get on other people's lists without my permission a lot. And of course I unsubscribe from that crap, right? But I'll get stuff in my mailbox that basically gives me absolutely no information on what the product that they're trying to sell me is, on what it does. It just gives me the headline of, oh my God, if you get this thing, you're just all these promises of get rich quick kind of stuff. And it's like, it's funny to me. And then because I've done this sometimes, I just do the experiment of, yeah, if the front of this is this bad, what's the rest of the train look like? So I'll click through just to see how bad it is. Have you ever been reading about a product or a service and gone, I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is. This is just sort of empty promise after empty promise. And like, it's really weird. I have done this. I've done this. Now I have, as I said, I've inflicted that pain upon myself for science. Anyway, this is so back to giving people a choice. Back to giving people a chance to get to the bottom of things, to figure out what it is that they want. Here it is. I don't think that everybody out there needs a bigger and bigger and bigger audience. I don't think so. I don't think that for me either. If it happens, it happens. But honestly, how many good clients do I need? How many great people that I absolutely love working with that are paying me an appropriate amount do I really, really need? If you give your people some choices as they're going through your marketing, best way to do this, obviously, I'm going to vote for chatbot, right? That's my vote for chatbot. Get one. You don't have one. It's going to be time here. Get one. All right. But giving people a choice, letting them ask questions, get answers, letting them get you in the background if they need to answer something. That is a fundamental thing that is completely missing from traditional marketing. Yeah, maybe you can ask a question in the webinar. Maybe you can. Anybody right now can ask a question on this thing. I'll answer it. But what you're relying on then, if it's you offering the product, if it's you doing the webinar, what you're relying on is the fact that people will ask a question. But what I know is this: 1 in 10 people, when radio stations were big, the way it used to be when you had to physically call them on the phone. Am I dating myself? I might be dating myself. Anyway, when you used to call in to radio stations, and I worked at a radio station through college, 1 in 10 people called in to a radio station. That's just a phone call. That's just talking to another human being. That wasn't even, let's get on the radio and hear you, okay? A lot less people ask questions in front of other people, particularly if they don't know them, and particularly with as judgmental as the internet can be. So if you are relying on all of your questions to come through a public space, I have news: you're not getting all of the questions. You're just not. When you do that in a chatbot, when you say, hey, how you doing? You have any questions? It's so natural to do in a conversation. It's so unnatural to do in marketing. We want to lead them all down a path. We have this pre-constructed path, and we want as many people as we can to herd through the gate on the bottom. Let's stop this nonsense. Let's stop marketing this way. Let's start thinking about adding choices, adding different paths, adding different ways for people to get information. So we all know, maybe we don't all know, but I know that people learn in different ways. Some people love to hear things. Some people love to watch things. Some people love to experiment with things. It's so cool. Some people would rather read than watch this video. I get you. So why not offer what we have to offer in 3-4 different ways? Why not? This is the way to start thinking. This is just a little tweak that you can make in your marketing to stand out from other people. It's something that I do in chatbots all the time. It's all the time. Because people love having a choice. This is how people respond to that. Oh, I get a choice about whether I want to hear that or not? Yeah, you do. I want you to have a choice because I want you to feel power over the rest of our communication. I want you to feel like an equal partner and a collaborator and like a person who has a brain. I don't want to market to people. I want to connect with people because not all of them are my customers, but a lot of them are collaborators and people who, want to do crazy things with chatbots, maybe for their team, maybe not for themselves. Fantastic. But I never would have learned that if all I want to do is sell to you. So, my friends and my darlings, I was on late today. It's because I slept a little late. Let's just be honest. And I'm so happy to bring you this material. I want to start a revolution. Here's how we start a revolution. Little seedlings. Boop. Boop. Maybe a boop over here. That's how we do it. And that's what I want to start with you because we need to market differently. We don't need to take somebody's 5-year-old or 2-year-old or 3-year-old formula and go, okay, this is how we do everything because that worked for this person 5 years ago. No. Stop. It's okay to not do that. It's okay. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be creative and give yourself permission to make some different choices. Give yourself permission to make some different choices and then extend that privilege to the people you want to connect to. So that's my news for today. That's basically my news, and I will, it's Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow morning, probably on time, but who can say? I don't clock in, but I will try to be on time tomorrow. I just want to leave you with this thought today. What would your marketing look like? What would your bottom line look like if you gave everybody a choice? Several choices along the line instead of trying to herd them all through a gate. That's what I have to say today. And it's been a whole lot of fun. And I love you. So I am signing off. I will see you in a bot.